Hello. Yeah, so it's good that Cloud Fable 5 are now in public again. So everybody is jumping on it and everybody is excited. But question is, do you really need Fable 5 or other frontier model that are, let's say, relatively expensive? Okay, so the question is, so everybody, especially for the average user, meaning not an expert yet, they have a tendency to always pick the frontier model, especially the big one, Cloud Fable 5, GPT 5.5, or Cloud 4. Opus 4.8. But there are a cheaper alternative out there, like GLM. So for the same, almost the same intelligence of the model, it comes with a cheaper price. So right now, the Fable 5 has the highest rating in terms of intelligence, but it comes to a price of $7.70. This is a price blended, the output and input pricing. So if you see, the GLM 5.2 Max is only 90 cents per million tokens as a price blended. It's quite a bit slow in terms of token per second, so meaning you have to wait for longer while it's trying to display the response. And it's a latency, but it's a latency of 1.43 seconds. So the overall or end-to-end response time for GLM is 13.52 seconds, while in Fable 5 it might take longer, 156 or 157 seconds. So the customer or a regular AI customer should think about what is the environment that you are working on, for example, or what are your training or targeting towards. This is the questions that you need to answer before you jump to frontier model, especially the expensive one. And maybe you have a benchmark that you want to investigate, and then before going to that, maybe you can see these models, what are they best of. For example, Minimax. Minimax targets dataset of office work and multimodal perception. Let's say you want to create a PowerPoint presentation. So that is good enough. You can use Minimax to do that for you. Or for Kimi, if you are about you have an agentic coding tool, let's say Visual Studio, and then Visual Studio have, let's say, anti-gravity installed or codecs, you can use Kimi. It can create MCP codes, and also there's a version of, if you want the open source version or other version of OpenClaw, yeah, you can use Kimi. It's called Kimi Claw. For frontier level coding, you can also use, that means frontier level coding, meaning the quality are almost the same as cloud code, something like that. And you can trust other model. Maybe you can try GLM. So this, if you have a hard task that you cannot imagine within weeks for software development, you can try GLM. So every lab and every model come out with different emphasis. So you need to know what are their best qualities. So it is all about the environment mix and what are the environment and what are the benchmark you're setting to improve the model for. So if you are if you have a benchmark, that would be good. If you can, if the when you switch model, you will finally know whether you need that particular model. So, for example, you do not want to use Ferrari car to go to your grocery in stores on a daily basis. Using cheaper transportation can do that too, right? So, if you have an automation and that automation using LLM and calling tools, you can try cheapest model. Do not choose a cheaper model. Do not choose a frontier model, the top one, because it will just for the same task, the same tokens, you are paying much higher. So that's the advice. Bottom line, you can use best benchmark winner. Today, if you just look at the performance and intelligence, it is Cloud Fable 5. It's unbeatable in coding and hard reasoning. So if you are developing new software and you want to explore in an area that are hardly or maybe unknown, still unknown, you can try that Cloud Fable 5. And for average use, you can use the $20 subscription from maybe Cloud Pro, ChatGPT Plus. You can choose Cloud if your priority is raw model quality and coding. Choose ChatGPT Plus if your priority is tools, image, codex use, file workflow, and integrated research. And then there's a free option. You can use ChatGPT free for general assistant, tool familiarity, or Gemini for free plan for Google ecosystem and fast multimodal use. But you must be aware of those limitations. For example, the maximum token and token window or context window. So when to pay, when to decide to use the frontier and you pay higher one. So if you want, if you're in your day-to-day or in your work, you need a longer context, at least a million token contacts, then you have to pay the frontier model. If you want a better reasoning models because you're researching and solving problems that you haven't solved before, you can go to frontier model. Oh, Fable 5, yeah. Coding agents, you can research, do some deep research, and you believe that the answer or the product production of that will return a quality work. Yeah, so by all means you can buy or subscribe to a higher or more expensive frontier model. For just summarizing, brainstorming, or maybe testing of maybe you're trying to do some MVP and the tasks are not very complicated, then you can use free tiers, and that will be you'll be more on advantage side. That will be it. Thank you.